Hello, and welcome to our summer home. I've got a great little video series planned about summer food and entertaining. Let's get started. So this is a great summer dessert. It's called Clafoutis, which is almost as much fun to say as it is to eat. It's a very simple dessert that's made from a batter that you then bake studded with fruit. The batter is actually very much like a pancake batter. A little bit of flour, eggs, milk, cream, some butter, and it sets up as you bake it into something that has kind of a nice, almost crispy brown crust and a custard-like interior. A perfect foil to a beautiful summer fruit like these cherries. So this is one of my very favorite summer desserts for two reasons really. One, it showcases beautiful summer fruit. And the second reason is that it's really, really easy and fast, but don't tell anyone, they'll never know. First thing you need is a dish to bake it in. This is just a flame-proof baking dish. You can also use a skillet. 9-inch skillet works great. But whatever you use, make sure you butter it really, really well so the clafoutis doesn't stick. So get a big wad of butter and just smear it on there. Don't worry about having too much. And then we make our batter, which is very simple. You don't have to use a blender to do this, but I do because, again, it's quick and easy. If you don't use a blender, just make sure you mix it very, very well with a whisk. You want everything very well incorporated, and you want a lot of air beaten into the batter. So we start with milk, a cup of milk, and a quarter of a cup of cream into the blender. 3 eggs, a half a cup of flour right in there, and a scant 2/3 cup sugar, just a little less. 1 less than 2. Pinch of salt, maybe 2 pinches of salt. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I like to add about a half a lemon of lemon zest. That's optional, but I think it always goes well with fruit. Okay, now blitz this. Just make sure that it's very well blended and frothy, which it is. And now, just pour it into the dish. Buttered dish. And then plop the cherries in. You could pit the cherries, but I really hate pitting cherries, and so I don't. Just tell people there are pits in the cherries. And just, get them about ½ inch apart. There, I think that's enough. And carefully pick it up and put it in a 350-degree oven for an hour. So our clafoutis is done. It's a nice golden brown on the top. The cherries are bubbling. It's been a little more than an hour, and so we should take it out. It will deflate a little when you take it out. That's not failure, don't worry. It's just the way it is. So let's go. Ah, perfect. Smells delicious too. So let's serve it up. You should serve it while it's still warm and just scoop it out into bowls. It takes about an hour to bake and just a few minutes to put together, so it's the perfect thing to put in the oven just as you're sitting down to dinner. Very delicious.